Good morning. Welcome to the John Mendola Show here on WILK. 10:02 in the morning. Well, college bowl season kicks off today. I know a lot of people are excited about that. Plenty of high school basketball to talk about this morning. We're going to talk a little high school girls wrestling. Wyoming Seminary has a big clinic coming up tomorrow, so we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. And teams trying to get their games in here in northeastern Pennsylvania. The weather playing a little part of that as well with the sports season. So we'll see what that's all about. And next week, I think we're going to talk a little wrestling here on the John Mendola Show. And we will be getting to our basketball magazine coming out any day right now. So just about wrap that up and getting it out into to all McCarthy Tire locations here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Hazleton, and Kingston. Well, we're going to talk Wyoming area basketball first, and Chad Lojeski, the head coach, joining us this morning. And Coach, let's talk about the outlook here for the Wyoming area Lady Warriors.
Yeah, hi, good morning, John.
Well, tell us a little bit about your team.
Well, we certainly come back with a very fair amount of experience this year, which is great. Definitely some leadership, and we're looking to be competitive in every game this year, up and down our schedule. And,
of course, a lot of leadership you have with a senior in Sarah Holwig. Tell us a little bit about her talents.
Well, Sarah's committed to Westchester University. Fantastic outside shooter, great range. Really worked on her ball handling and has made a big commitment on increasing her defensive abilities over the last couple of years. So big improvements there. Yeah,
she is a senior, could do a little bit of everything. Talk about her development. I remember seeing her just as a youngster, so to speak, playing, and boy, she's really developed over the years, and she was a splash when she first started, too.
Yeah, there was a lot of reminiscing over the last couple of weeks, especially when we opened up with Susquehanna. That was her first varsity start 4 years ago, and it's been a lot of fun to watch her progress, and I'll be very interested to see how she does in college, and love to be able to go and see her play. I'm glad she's staying fairly local.
All right, let's welcome in Sarah Holwig here on the John Mendola Show. And Sarah, welcome into the show, and let's talk about these years flying by for you.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, it's gone by pretty quick. I'm enjoying every second of it. It's been fun.
How about the leadership-wise this year? What do you think you're trying to do to help some of these younger players on your squad?
Just to be a leader out there and direct them and, help them out if they have any questions and whatnot. But really, the whole team is a big part of that too, because everyone on the team, I think, is a leader and has their own specific role that they play, and it really meshes all together.
And you're a basketball young lady, but you also do cross country, but you're pretty much all in for basketball, right?
Yeah.
And as far as cross country, what do you do there? You do it to stay in shape, or you actually try to excel at it?
Well, when I started, I've been running cross country since 7th grade, and it was really just because they needed a team, so me and my friends went out for it. And then we ended up kind of having fun with it, and we did become competitive with it at points when we felt like it, but other times not so much.
And let's talk about Westchester University and basketball, a really good school. So talk about why you decided on Westchester and who some of those other schools in the mix were.
Honestly, when I went to go down to visit Westchester with my family, I just fell in love with the school, and I made it a point to tell my parents that even if I wasn't going here to play basketball, I would go to school here in a heartbeat just to go to school. And I really fell in love with the coaches. They're great people. And also, I have a good friend Destiny Jefferson, that went to West Scranton, who goes there now and plays on the team, and she says she loves it. So I really just fell in love with the atmosphere and the town and the school itself.
Well, it's going to be a good place. I'm sure the folks wanted to hear the part of, hey, if I'm not even playing basketball, this is the place for me, which is great. Law school down the road for you?
Yeah, I would hope so. But if not, I think I would like to be a graduate assistant and then go to be a teacher.
All right, that sounds pretty cool. How about your parents? Tell us about them.
They really help me through everything. They give me good advice on stuff if I need it, schoolwork, anything. My dad especially, I couldn't be any more thankful for all the tournaments he's dragged me to, the early morning games, and my mom does a lot too for me and my sister, so they're good role models in life.
Well, you're doing a great job in the classroom, carrying that 3.8 grade point average and doing your job with the student council as well. We wish you the best, Sarah. We appreciate your time, too.
Thank you.
All right, Sarah Holweg headed to Westchester University to play some basketball. Let's get back with head coach Chad Lejeski here. And, Chad, we have another young lady to talk about, Aaliyah Cranston, another very good student in the classroom and a pretty good athlete as well.
Yeah, I think just about every player on our team is on the honor roll, and very, very smart group of girls. Aaliyah obviously excels at multiple sports. She's another one that's committed in the off season to personal training and strength and endurance training, and it certainly has paid off.
Well, let's welcome in Aaliyah Cranston here on the John Mendola Show. And Aaliyah, let's first talk about basketball and how much you enjoy it. I know you're pretty darn good at soccer as well, but how much you enjoy basketball?
Well, I definitely enjoy basketball, mainly because of the atmosphere on the team. All the girls, we all get along. We have such a good time together. The coaches, they have fun with us. And it's really just fun to go to basketball.
Yeah, let's talk about all the different talent on the team this year. Obviously, it starts with Sarah and her leadership, her headed to Westchester, but take us through some of the other girls in the lineup.
Well, we have a lot of talent on the team this year. All the seniors, they're all talented. Sarah, Addison, Christy, Skoke, and Jalen Rhodes. And then the junior class, we also have some good talent there, and Brandy Stroke and Jess Davis and Lauren Kelly. The sophomore class, they're a really talented group. They've been working hard in the off season, doing travel basketball and stuff. And then our lone freshman, Maria Amato, she's definitely been putting in a lot of work in the off season, and you can really tell how much she's improved her game over the last year.
Aaliyah, what do you bring, and what's a little different than you have than Sarah? I know Sarah's got a nice shot, nice range. What do you bring in the guard position?
I do whatever the team needs me to do. If Sarah's having a good shooting day, my job will be to feed her the ball. If I'm on, take the shots myself. Defense is a big part of my role on the team. And then also leadership, just showing the younger girls what to do, helping them out if they need help ever.
Well, most of the time you're probably going like a rabbit 7 days a week between basketball and soccer, and you probably get some personal training, as Coach mentioned, in there. So you're always on the go. What do you do when you're able to rest? Is it try to get 10 hours of sleep? Is it chilling, just watching some TV? What do you do to kind of relax?
Well, I really do not get any time to relax because my schedule in school is pretty challenging this year. So whenever I do get time to relax, it's really just studying or doing homework.
She relaxes by studying. I guess that's why you're number one in your class. She's in the junior class. She's the number one ranked student. Carries a 4.0. Down the road, talk about what you're thinking about as far as a major.
After I graduate high school, I do want to go to college and study pharmacy. I think pharmacy would be a good path for me because I like science and chemistry. So I think pharmacy is the way I want to go.
How about the folks? Tell us a little bit about them.
My parents have been there for everything for me. They do so much for me, no matter if it's soccer, basketball, or taking me to training. They're my role models. I couldn't be more thankful for them. And then my sister, she's in 7th grade right now. I think that she's definitely going to be a good athlete as she goes through high school. She's already a good athlete right now, but she puts in the training too, so I think she's going to be a force to be reckoned with when she gets older.
Awesome to hear. Glad you have a good relationship with her. Aaliyah, keep that hard work going, and we wish you well this season.
Thank you.
All right, Aaliyah Cranston there from the Wyoming area Lady Warriors basketball team. It's 10-11 here at WILK. We are going to talk Valley View Cougars basketball. We still have a couple more young ladies from Wyoming area we're going to get to here on the show, so that's coming up shortly. And I want to tell you about following us every day. You can follow us on Twitter. It's at John Mendola Show. You can join us on our website, thejohnmendolashow.com. This afternoon, going to have some live basketball on YouTube, so you can look for us there. It will be Tunkhannock and Riverside, so live basketball this afternoon on the John Mendola Show YouTube channel. So check that out as well here on the John Mendola Show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance break. Jeremy Paczynski break. Like your good neighbor, Jeremy Paczynski is there. We'll be back here in WILK. Let's get back to Coach Chad Lejeski and the Lady Warriors from Wyoming area. And, Coach, we have some more young ladies with us here this morning, and why don't you give us a little heads up on Addison Orzel?
Yeah, Addison, I don't know if anybody knows this from last year. She had one game where she had 30 rebounds just in one game. She is certainly a force to be reckoned with inside, and she's got some pretty heavy goals for herself this year, both individually and team goals as well, but a good leader.
Well, she is a senior, so let's welcome her in here on the John Mendola Show. And Addison, do you have a sister this year on the team?
I do, yeah. She's a sophomore.
And talk about the relationship you have with her and working hard basketball-wise.
Well, Coach Chad just recently said we're not allowed to talk to each other on the court. We definitely have that sisterly rivalry, but it pushes both of us to do our best. But she's a great spark for the team. She's really fitting in well.
As far as cross-country, something else you do? Talk about what you like about that.
I do cross-country mostly to stay in shape for basketball, and it definitely helps. Without it, I wouldn't be able to run up and down the court.
Let's go back to the court as far as your team this year. Talk about some players that you enjoy having that camaraderie with.
Well, everyone on the team has definitely been a big help. Everyone knows their roles. Maria's our lone freshman, and she's fitting in perfectly well. Our group of sophomores is extremely athletic. They're all a great spark off the bench. Our juniors have really been stepping up as leaders and helping us seniors lead the team and look forward to our goals and set goals.
About the work ethic for you in the off season, what were some things you focused on? Whether it's a couple more points a game, couple more rebounds, what did you try to focus on for yourself?
Mainly, I try to focus on my offense because, like I said, I'm not as good as offense as I am with other things. So during off-season open gyms and the preseason league that we did at the Kingston Rec, I've really tried to work on my offensive game.
College life for you, you want to go big time to a big school, either Pitt or Virginia Tech. What is it about being on one of those campuses you're thinking about, hey, this is the place for me?
I really like the family atmosphere at both of those schools. Like, they both seem very welcoming and accepting, just like how Wyoming area is. So I think that'll push me to do my best at either one of those schools.
And you're pretty busy with some clubs and organizations, huh?
Yeah, I am. I try to maintain as active as I can in the school.
Class president?
I am, yeah.
Awesome to hear. 4.0, ranked in the top part of your class. Talk about that work ethic there academically.
Coach Chad really helps all of the girls actually during basketball season. He understands that we have a lot of tests and midterms, so he tries to let us go with practice a little early during those weeks. So he's especially supportive. All the girls on the team are supportive because we've all been through it, so we all try to support each other with schoolwork, and that helps.
Well, Addison, thanks for coming in today. Good to see you, and good luck with your sister there, and talk to her a little bit, okay?
Thank you for having me.
All right, you got it. Addison Orzel, a talented young lady there for Wyoming area. Of course, her sister Cassidy, part of that team, and we have a couple more girls to get to. Let's get back to head coach Chad Lejeski here on the show. And Coach, let's talk about our next young lady we have.
Well, yeah, Nicole's part of our sophomore class, very talented class. In fact, Ellie Glatz and Addison's sister Cassidy, regular roles in our game. So their increased responsibilities have really helped. And the practices are great, very, very competitive practices.
All right, let's welcome in Nicole Solinsky here on the John Mendola Show. And Nicole, it's your sophomore year, so talk about what basketball means to you.
I love basketball, I love the team, and I like playing overall because it's just fun for me.
As far as your position on the court and trying to learn from some players around you, tell us where you play.
I'm a guard, and sometimes I take the point, too. Sarah Hoig has been very helpful of teaching me, like techniques and things like that.
How much is defense emphasized there at the Wyoming area with Coach?
Oh, defense is greatly emphasized. Most of our practices are focused on defense, and we work on that the most, I think.
Softball player as well. What do you enjoy about that?
I like softball because it's fun for me also, like basketball. I like playing the outfield because there's a lot of action involved.
How about your family? Tell us a little bit about some people in your family.
I have a brother and a younger sister. My younger sister plays basketball too. She is on the 7th grade team. They have a good team also. They're winning their games.
Well, Nicole, I know you're involved with the Key Club. You're doing a good job in the classroom, and we wish you well the rest of this season, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Nicole Solinsky there from the Wyoming Area Lady Warriors. One more young lady to get to today. We'll hear Chad Lejeski tell us a little bit about Maria Amato.
Well, Maria came to us, I want to say a couple years ago, started to really like basketball, has really committed herself in the offseason. She's our lone senior on the varsity squad this year, but a lot of sacrifice. Lone freshman, excuse me, and a lot of sacrifice went into that.
Well, let's welcome in Maria Amato here on the John Mendola Show. And Maria, talk about what varsity athletics is like so far here early in the season to play with some of these older young ladies.
It's a lot faster than I expected the game to be, but practicing with all the older girls has gotten me used to it. and I become more comfortable.
What do you think the skills that you have out there on the court helps you be a part of the varsity program? What are some things that you think you do well at?
Well, I'm 5'9.5", and I know we have a lot of good guards, but we don't have a lot of height on our team, so I think that can be my role in the...
Yeah, I hear you. How about any other sports that you play there at Wyoming area?
I used to play soccer, but I've committed to basketball in the off-season.
Well, Coach will like to hear that you're committed to basketball. How about some of the seniors and the leadership that they're bringing right now? And I'm sure they're taking you under their wing and saying, hey, this is how you do it, Maria.
The seniors are very good leaders. They're very helpful. I know Addison and Christy Skoke have helped me with my post moves and getting rebounds and things like that.
And keep up the good work in the classroom, carrying a 3.5 GPA, Maria. We thank you for your time. All right, that is Maria Amato here on the John Mendola Show. And, Coach, you got a game today, so you'll be running out the door here and getting ready for your game. Who's the opponent today?
We have Mountain View today at home, so, yeah, we have a little bit of prep to do.
And as far as the overall outlook in the league this year, Coach?
It's going to be very competitive. We've got some games against the the Berwicks, the Nanticokes, the Holy Redeemers that we need to prepare for. But playing in the Division II of the Wyoming Valley Conference, we cross over to Division I, so that offers a lot of prep against some very good teams like the Hazeltons and the Dallas and Pittston areas of the world.
Well, Chad, thanks so much for your time today, bringing in the young ladies. Great to meet them. They're well-balanced student athletes, that's for sure. So I know you enjoy that, and enjoy the holidays with your family.
Yeah, we appreciate your support, John. Thank you.
All right, Chad Lejeski, the head coach there for the Wyoming area Lady Warriors as they get ready for another season, a game today against Mountain View. We come back. We have the Valley View boys basketball team. They'll be in studio with us. And let's take a time out now. Let's head out to our local State Farm insurance agent, Frank Sorokatch. Break like a good neighbor. Frank Sorokatch is there. We'll be back here on WILK.